Like, dodge this.
That's a crazy shot.
This shot is an all-timer.
It took them like half a year to make this music video.
This is like one of the most high-tech pieces of art ever to be created.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Visual Effects Artists React. Let's erase your mind.
The only way to give his witness a future is to erase her past.
Eraser is a movie that came out in 1996 starring the one and only Governor Arnold, also starring Vanessa Williams. And there's this scene where he's on an airplane and he's surrounded by the bad guys and he has to escape.
Whoa!
This looks incredible.
Like all the wind in his face, he's
Whoa,
actually hanging
yeah.
off of some sort of airplane door.
How'd they do like the flame and smoke effects inside of the...
The turbine
Yeah.
itself is actually a miniature that they are practically lighting, and they're probably feeding it a ton of air too.
Because we're actually seeing the illumination inside the actual
Yeah.
like turbine. But like, of course, all of the fire and smoke around it is being comped in.
Oh no,
Tom Cruise
you
could have
goof.
just done CGI. Look at this.
The only behind the scenes I could find on this movie is a VHS capture with Spanish subtitles.
Let's go.
It's the biggest, most elaborate film Arnold Schwarzenegger has ever made.
It was actually Arnold suspended 80 feet in the air on the side of an airplane fuselage as he lets go of the door, and he's on wires and he does this backflip as he falls downwards.
So he's hanging onto a vertical plane here.
Yes. And he's getting blasted by like 250-mile-an-hour winds from fans. Yeah, there's the fans.
Look at that.
He's dangling. Apparently it took 7 takes for him to do that backflip off of the airplane, and he nailed it every time.
So why did it take 7?
It's like, great job, Arnold. Let's review the clip. And then the footage is like, what? Right, you're like,
He only works with the best.
Notice how they're intercutting between real skydiving footage and what looks like green screen photography of Arnold. Wait, who's that?
They just found the guy with like the squarest jaw.
Oh, thank God. Found my parachute and I didn't hit the ground. But then...
oh wait, I know this scene. This gets sweet.
I want his face all over this windshield.
like the airplane's coming back around, like situationally none of that makes any sense, but whatever.
Oh, let's go.
Like, dodge this.
But how do you defend yourself against an airplane?
You gotta...
With
You gotta
a
do
desert
it.
eagle.
No, he's not gonna go for the shot. He's gonna go for the shot!
But like, this is cool. So now there's a real skydiver tangled up in a parachute, wrapped up. What I'm willing to bet is that all those ropes that look like they're around his leg are probably just like artfully plastered on.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wonder how they deal with that too in the air. Like, do you cut that away, or there's got to be a release for it? Because you need to get as far away as possible from that. Not to mention you have to release your chute. You don't want it to get tangled in your chute. Like, there's so many things that could go wrong there.
But now he's really close to the ground as he deploys his emergency suit. So
Emergency chute.
Hey.
All right, let's see what happens. Emergency suit. Who's got an emergency suit?
if you're popping your chute at the last moment, you might have a little bit of momentum. And it synchronized perfectly with him hitting it, and that's all in camera. What they do is they essentially rig up a bunch of wires inside of the car, and those wires are attached to some sort of winch. It's strong enough to bend the metal of the car, which blows out the windows, and it all happens as once, right as he's hitting it. That's an incredible in-camera effect. But there's another sequence from this movie. Take a look.
Reptile house. Look at that, nice, wicked.
Oh, crocodile!
I knew it.
It is the reptile house. I forgot whose house we were in. Hey, what was
Whoa, look at this wet ass CG man.
it? This wet ass.
Dude is, what the?
He's like
That face getting stretched, like.
You have a plate of, you know, actual liquid in your scene, all the lighting going on there. You then need to add your CG character. Then you need to find some way to add displacement to the water.
I see
and then,
that.
of course, for all the splashes, I mean, what do? Do you try to simulate in 1996? No, you're going to use like stock elements or, you know, plates of splashes that you film specifically to composite into and over the CG.
They're doing everything in their power to make this shot work.
There's so much more.
What the? What the? He tracked the little podium into
look.
his hand.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa!
Track
You're
the
right.
podium.
Hey, Tim and Eric, that shit.
It's tough.
He's
'cause
holding
it's
it
way
like
smaller.
this. He's like,
It's
and
just
it's like
unfortunate
this big.
that the model it's just too skinny in the base. Also, the addition of the papers falling off of the top of that little podium that he threw. Nice touch.
They disappear.
They go behind him. Yeah, they're gone.
Do they, or do they actually clip out of existence before going behind him?
That one goes behind and might disappear a little early. Yeah, that one's gone. And then this one does more of like a ghostly fade out. Yeah.
Dude, the hero shot of the. Dude, look how big that
The muzzle flash.
is!
Look at that.
Oh my god!
Jesus, dude. They're clearly having a competition in the office. And they're like, you see, have you seen Mike's muzzle flashes? They're getting pretty big. It's like, yeah, check out my shot.
He's got a one-liner.
Oh, deliver it, dude.
Okay, can I guess what it is without seeing it?
You're not gonna guess what he says.
Can we put?
All right, what do you think he's gonna say?
Crocodoodle-doo.
See you later, alligator. It's gotta be.
It makes no sense to me what he says.
Oh no.
Your luggage.
Your luggage. He has just become the skin in which someone will strip to make designer luggage.
How many people have crocodile luggage?
I've never heard of crocodile luggage. It
He
makes
said it
no
like it's
sense.
very normal.
Yeah,
Your luggage.
it's the strangest one-liner I've ever heard. Your luggage.
That to me takes the line from delivery to DiGiorno. If you don't know how to deliver, you know what I mean? If you don't know how to deliver it, just cook it at home. Now, we just looked at clips from the movie Eraser, but the real Eraser is Huel, today's sponsor. Let me ask you a question. You go to the gas station to get some fuel for your car, but the guy comes out and he says, oh, I'm sorry, we're gonna need 30 to 45 minutes to dice it and saute it before we put it in the car. Naturally, you would say, I don't have time for any of this. So why do you have time to cook for your human fuel hole? You don't. And that's where Huel comes in. Huel simplifies everyday life. We're talking fast breakfasts, affordable lunches, and less snacking. Now, I can hear you through the screen. You're saying, what even is Huel, Jordan? Well, I'll tell you. It's human fuel made of 27 vitamins and minerals with 35 grams of protein, and for those who need the help, 6 grams of fiber to help it pass on by. And it's gluten-free, 100% vegan, non-GMO, and naturally flavored with 150 milligrams of green tea extract. Now look, Huel comes in these ready-to-drink bottles, but it also comes in a black edition powder. You just mix it in with water, juice, milk, whatever you want. And you can concoct your own fully ready-to-drink, nutritionally complete meal. Saves me a bunch of time, and it also saves me a bunch of money. But Huel, we're talking $2.65 a bottle. That's crazy in 2026. That's unheard of. Now, Huel comes in a whole myriad of flavors, my personal favorite being strawberry banana, including the new Daily Greens. And if you're not sure what your palate would prefer, you can just buy a bundle with a variety of flavors and find out for yourself. So if you want to erase meal prep from your life and try Huel for the first time, head to Huel.com/CorridorCrew for 15% off your first order of $50 or more. Or just click the link in the description, QR code's on screen, you got options, baby. Now let's get back to React ASAP. You'll get it.
Everyone's familiar with the famous rapper Cash App Rocky.
Isn't.
Otherwise known as A$AP Rocky.
A$AP Rocky.
We never look at music videos in React. It's recommended all the time to look at things, but we can't because inevitably we get copyright struck and we cannot include any of it, including just the video without music. But this time we're making an exception. We're just gonna try it. And a lot of people, when this came out, because it's so out there and wild, so many people are like, oh, it's all just AI.
If you want AI allegations, we can do an AI song for this.
There you go.
Not A$AP Rocky. This is not the right song at all for this video.
Have you seen this?
No,
Do you know anything about it?
nothing.
Okay.
It's crazy. I love this vibe.
We acknowledge that this is not the real song Helicopter. This is for legal and financial reasons.
They're using 4D Gaussian splats as the volumetric data format.
Every time I've made a Gaussian splat, it's a whole ordeal. I'm taking a couple, 1,000 images, and I make this huge splat, and I train it, and I'm like, wow, that took forever. And now, all that work you just did for that one splat, that's frame 1.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna do frames up to frame 500.
You have a new separate splat for every single frame of an animation. So they're volumetrically capturing all these people with a huge array of cameras on a stage in New York, and then they're able to basically get these Gaussian splats, which are different than 3D models. They're also different than NERFs. I'm making a whole video about it. If you're confused, it's gonna be out soon, so subscribe for that. But what it enables is essentially the freedom to place them anywhere, duplicate them, make a whole crowd, and have all this stuff with dynamically changing cameras. Field of view is constantly changing. Also, important to note, it's only the performances that are Gaussian splats. Everything else is normal CG. So all of the locations, the helicopters, the cars, the buildings, all of that is just traditional CG, and the Gaussian splats are in the CG environment, and they're being lit. So you're getting shadows from these Gaussian splats being projected onto the ground to kind of ground it in space.
So cool. I mean, you can really see the relighting capabilities when those spotlights are hitting the crowds, right? They're in total darkness and they're just lit up by a spotlight. So cool. Wow.
They started working on this last July, and this just came out. So it took them like half a year to make this music video.
Yeah. It kind of feels like the sandbox era for VFX in a way. For a long time, you've been limited with your capacities as far as you got to shoot this a certain way, you got to make sure that we're tracking it a certain way, you got to make sure that we're combining them and compositing a certain way. And this is like, oh no, we're gathering the asset and then just go ham, like full sandbox. Do whatever you want with this performance. Relight it, tether it to the blades of this helicopter, have it shrink down, fly through a window, wall collapses, more people dancing inside.
Yeah.
It's like, just do whatever you want. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Wow. The future is now. Have you guys seen 2025's From the World of John Wick Ballerina?
I haven't seen it yet, but I heard there's a lot of fire in it.
Sam?
I have not seen it.
Niko, have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Oh wait, did you just finally zoom out?
Was I down the shot the whole time?
If you guys haven't seen it, then I really want to bring you something special.
You know I love fire, so.
And I love ballerinas.
That would suck.
Those guys actually on fire?
They did a ton of this for real. We're talking over the course of 8 days, they filmed this and they lit up 187 people. Probably the same person lots of times, but 187 full or partial ignitions of a stunt person.
Lots of people earned their wings that day.
They actually built a custom flamethrower for this stuff. So they weren't, it wasn't like your traditional propane, I guess, flamethrower for film.
Because if that's the case, if it was purely propane, you wouldn't see that fuel being shot out.
Yeah.
And you can also see when they're fighting, some of that fuel is dripping out, not on fire.
Yeah, they built this beast that they called the Dragon. It would like shoot fire 75 feet at like up to 4,000 degrees or something insane.
That's amazing.
Yeah, all the stuff inside the tunnel, they called it the crematorium while they were filming. It's
That's
like
sick.
so intense. And no incidents for the stunt performers.
Uh-oh, they have 2 flamethrowers.
Oh, dude, fighting fire with fire? Whoa!
Damn, that's sick.
Look at this, it's a freaking flamethrower duel.
Heck yeah, that's rad.
Wait,
I mean, this is
looks
cool.
so real. Was that the same moment just twice? He ducks down and immediately goes back up, and then he ducks down and immediately goes back up. It's just 2 different camera angles filming the same moment,
probably
right?
right.
You gotta milk those moments because
Yeah.
you don't get many of them. They're so dangerous.
This looks incredible, honestly.
This is like insane.
There's nothing that says CG, nothing in my brain is saying CGI fire right now.
It looks like the stunt guys are actually on fire, but surely the volume of fire we're seeing isn't actually there.
Oh,
That was CG fire.
oh yeah, there.
That's
that-
CGI fire.
Aha.
Yep.
The color just changes.
Do that. Oh, that's not real. There we go. Now more CG.
All right, here we go, here we
That was
go.
CG. Like, what are we seeing there that is like, oh, that's CG versus everything else? We're like, oh, that's real. Like,
Yeah,
what's the tell on this shot?
That shot from the top down, even the bottom there, it's just too dark. Compared
Yeah.
to, like, look how bright
Yeah.
the fire is. You go to any shot with a real, like, blast from the flamethrower, the whole set is orange.
The clearest example of that is when they're outside in the courtyard and a single flamethrower is lighting everything up almost to the point of overexposure.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, look how bright it is. Oh. And then there's also a lot of other little details. Once again, it's the fuel, remember? They never simulate the fuel and show it first for some reason. And then you go to these shots. I mean, they have a real light. Look at that. The whole set is dark. The floor is dark. There's no reflection of 2 giant sunbeams shooting out of their guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And look at his head. Look at his head. Look at
Yeah.
there is no light on his head or her face.
Yeah, her face is literally in shadow.
We're literally seeing them maintain shooting a bunch of fire outwards, and they're not being lit.
And the only way you could actually do that is to track 3D models onto the human beings, frame by frame, by hand, with rebuilding all the cloth of the jacket and the shirt and the wrinkles, and then relighting that 3D model and comping that to the shot.
Or just turn a light on.
Or just turn it on.
Whoa!
That fire definitely went around her face. That can't be real.
It can
Oh,
totally
it can
be
definitely
real.
be real.
Let me rephrase. There's no way they did that for real.
With
because-
Ana de Armas, or whatever her name is. I saw the world record human burn get set. If you put enough stuff on, you can take a blast of fire. It's very dangerous and it's crazy, but you can take it. However, it's gonna look like a giant padded up slimy person, you know?
Tim Robinson cameo.
It's hot in here.
I got too much shit on me.
I don't even want to be around anymore.
The number that they are giving is that 90 to 95% of the fire effects that you are seeing are done in camera at least.
Yeah, no, that's what it looks like.
Like that's a crazy shot.
Well, it's like you can see the fuel leading the fire, like going over the car there, like you actually see the fuel that hasn't been ignited yet, and it's got motion blur, it's going so fast, and then the fire catches up to it.
You never see that in CG explosions.
Yeah.
Dude, her head is literally in the middle
just
of
in
a
it. It's
fireball.
just-
This shot is an all-timer.
Yeah.
This is an all-timer shot. For all the stunts and action movies I've ever seen, this is up there with every greatest shot ever.
We've been looking at so many low-budget action movies thanks to Sam and tax breaks around the country that it's really something special to see people at the top of their craft with a big budget doing something crazy that you can't see anywhere else and doing it for real and filming it. It's really, really special.
Major shout out to Chow Namova, the stunt woman in this. She's just all up in there, and the heat is real, the fire is real. Dude, it's insane to look at. That's in monitor there, and you can see, like, it's her, it's gel only, it looks like.
Ouch.
I mean,
That was probably spicy.
that is brutal. But it's nice to see it in the context. It's like, oh shoot, that really was done in camera. And I'm just amazed that the gel works that well, that she's not wearing padding or costuming or like a mask or anything.
She probably has a bunch of that gel on. They're probably
Yeah.
going into comp. They're cleaning that up just a little bit. And then also, like, there's just really good editing here. They're kicking to slow motion right when she gets blasted, which, by the way, is just a flicker of fire still in slow motion. But you see it, it feels like it's forever. In reality, it's a little bit faster. Still, obviously, very hot.
But I mean, you think about too, like in that environment, the camera equipment too. Like when you're like, oh, they're shooting right at the camera, that can't be real. But they wrapped up the camera and they just blasted the lens with it.
Hell yeah.
Look at that camera wrapped in Kevlar.
Yeah, they're just friggin' lighting that thing up.
Oh, and of course, like, there's a hose going to the gun, because in the movie, it's a nice, sleek little weapon, but in reality, that little canister can't possibly hold enough fuel for all of this.
Correct.
Yeah, so he's definitely on fire. You can kind of see how thick his clothes are.
Stop burning me. He's got the mitts on. He's got the mitts.
Whoa! And what's cool is the fire specialist on set, the fire specialist stunt coordinator, Jason Domenico, who I don't know
Jason's
if
the guy who set the world record.
Let's go.
Yeah.
He actually won
That's awesome.
a scientific and technical award from the Academy for developing a gel that is far longer lasting than anything that existed beforehand, which is why we're seeing such long ignitions. And Jason himself trusts his own invention. It makes me think of like physics teachers in college classrooms who do the swinging test and stand in front of it knowing that physics will work, because he is also one of the stunt performers who lights up. I think he's the one in the street. That extra long ignition where it gets lit up like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's Jason, I believe. Apparently the first time Ana de Armas lit one of the stunt performers, she just started crying. It was just such a visceral experience. She's like, I don't know how I feel about
I feel
that.
like you killed the person.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they have to hold their breath. If they go, for some reason, they're done. They are done. So that's not, you're not
that's the
recovering from
craziest thing.
So that entire time that Jason
holding
was
their
lit
breath.
up on the street,
He
that
cannot
entire
breathe.
time he's
the
holding his
moment
breath?
he breaks and takes in a breath, his lungs are permanently seared.
because he's taking in.
Hot air and hot chemicals.
Imagine breathing in air that's hundreds of degrees.
So Jordan, back in like 2010, Sam and I took our moms out to Action Factory, where Jason was setting the world record for the longest time a human being has been fully on fire.
Yeah.
And they had to wait
Wait,
for
you saw it?
Yeah.
Live?
We filmed it.
You filmed it? What the heck?
Yeah.
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 We got invited out.
There's a whole vlog.
Oh, hey!
My mom looks so young.
Wow.
Do you see Mom's saluting. They're saluting him before he dies.
Yeah.
Like, good luck.
The thing is, they had to wait for a day where the wind was working correctly so that he could walk in a circle, and when he walked into the wind, it would blow the fire past him so he could breathe. They'd walk in the other direction and hold his breath and repeat that for 4 minutes.
Oh, 4 minutes.
And breathing, and breathing,
Breathing,
and then
now,
holding his breath.
Wow.
How does he know when to breathe when you're touching fire?
So your girlfriends were there too.
Yes. Now,
Oh yeah, no, we brought everyone we possibly could.
it's crazy because all the fuel runs out, right? And so they need to spray him with more fuel, which is actually super hot. Like, it's one thing to have fuel burning on you, it's another thing to be sprayed with like gas and alcohol mixtures, you know?
My gosh.
And then they have to keep him burning, and keep him burning, and keep him burning. Yeah.
Look at it, it's like nighttime now. By the time he's done burning, it's yeah.
And then he has a hot spot in the middle of his back where the heat's actually on making its way through. And so they're gonna come running up, and they're gonna start spraying water inside his suit. And he's trying to remain calm because
Does
they'll
he
work
feel it?
faster.
Is he
Oh, he's
communicating that?
feeling it. He's feeling it for sure.
Yeah. Because that's like, it's conducting the heat through there. And now this like, the suit itself is now super, super hot and it's contacting his back even though the fire is out.
Yeah, I burned my hand on an oven mitt last night. too. Literally, the thing that was protecting me burned me.
Shout out to Eric Linden, shout out to like Old Action Factory and that whole gang. It was really cool that they included us in this stuff and like took the time to be our friends and make videos with us. Like those guys are in it, they love the craft. They're probably the best guys you could have on a stunt team.
So wait, let me get this straight. The guy that you've been talking about in Ballerina here, in charge of all the fire stuff, is the same guy that these guys filmed?
Yes.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
That's actually nuts. What the heck? That was 15 years ago.
You know, good for him for like sticking with it, committing to the craft.
You didn't
and
know
like
about that.
15 years later, here we are, you know? They made it in Hollywood. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna go back to sitting beside the couch.
Yeah. Well, I just have to sit back
go
there.
take your regular
I don't know why you
spot.
moved back.
That's weird. I
That's
should go
kinda
back to over here.
Wow, insane stuff. I thought you guys would like that.
Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
super cool. Man, it's so crazy. You know, it's really cool you guys take the time to join us every Saturday on React. Consider subscribing. Consider checking out the extended reacts on portodigital.com. Leave a comment for any other crazy fire scene you can think of.
a
Say
good
backdraft, you win. All right, see you later, guys. See you in the next episode.
guys.
Bye.
See you, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for the outro. Thanks.